What is going on, guys? Let's quieten it down in here a little bit for you. Oh yeah, that's better. So yesterday I got up there to Knoxville, and well, the guy told me it's going to be a while. Then he called me, putting me in the door. I figured I was going to cut everything, go to bed, and get this right here later on. But I kid you not, it wasn't 30 minutes later, I got a text message. Come get your paperwork, you're done. Now when I told him, I looked at him real serious like. You know, I got a serious face sometimes when I want. I looked at him, I said, look guy, I don't mean to be that person, but you lied to me. He said, I know, man. He said, I just can't stand to see somebody out there waiting. He said, you know, some of this other stuff can wait, but you're out there actually waiting. He said, man, he said, I just want to get you out of the dock, let you go to bed. I know you're tired. And I gave him a big knuckle bump. I said, I appreciate you, brother. So I curled back here and went to bed and died for a little while, and then got up and proceeded to head home. And I just got to the yard, parked it, and we're going to go home for the weekend. Going to go razor riding tomorrow. The wife texted me earlier, said, you ought to invite Tim Gorley to go with you. So I called Tim Gorley. Tim Gorley can't go with me, so poo on you, Tim Gorley. No, I'm just kidding. He's got a lot of stuff going on at home. And so we're going to go riding tomorrow. And I just had one of the guys, Rob here, that I parked my truck at. He came up and asked me if I could help him out on some loads next week. He's got a gig. He can't cover enough of the contract, so that might be what I'm doing next week. Might be doing that. I don't know. We'll see. Rob, I got to call you back here in a little bit. He came up. I was talking to Brian. Brian was on the phone. Brian sent me some Ethereum to send back to him because he's a Texan and he can't get access to stuff like I can being a Georgian, you know. So yeah, I gotta call him back. But yeah, speaking of ETH, speaking of crypto, I want to make you a quick video here about cryptocurrency. If you're not hip to the times, that's cool. You should invest a little bit of your time into understanding cryptocurrency and take a moment to invest in it. You know, I've been playing with it for a while. And this right here, we're going to talk about Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is they're calling it the Doge killer. So everybody that took part in the Doge coin, Shiba Inu is the Doge killer, and their mission is to crush the Doge. So it's a pretty good little token they got going on. A lot of momentum going up with it. A lot of yeah, there's a lot going on with it. Talks of Amazon taking it and accepting it as payment. And I get it, guys. I get it. If you're one of those people's like, oh, that sounds like some garbage. If it ain't gold or silver, or cold hard cash, I ain't messing with it. That's cool. This video ain't for you. But if you're interested, up your knowledge on some cryptocurrency. It's a good way to invest. And I was talking to Brian, and Brian said the best thing I've ever heard come out of his mouth. I told him, I said, I'm going to use that. Don't worry, we'll reference you. He said, man, he said, it feels so good to be part of it. Be part of the play. Be part of the action. Be part of the momentum. Be part of the wave. Be part of the ride. This monumental time in history, it's great to be part of it. And it's great to be a player. I said, what do you mean be a player? He said, yeah, we can say we was born during the dot-com boom, but wouldn't it be better if we could have said, yeah, we was players in the dot-com boom. We had stakes in Yahoo. We had stakes in Apple and all the other dot-coms that took place with the dot-com boom. He said, you know, and that made me think of our ancestors that lived through the Great Depression, that invested throughout the Great Depression. A lot of people says they lived through it, but very few of them said, hey, I was a player there. I invested money and came out a millionaire. Research, the Great Depression created more millionaires in United States history than any other boom. So we had let's say the Depression boom, we had the dot-com boom, and we are not only living in the dot-com boom, we're actually players. That's exciting. That is, Brian, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I'll always remember that. That's pretty cool, because you're right. We're players in this boom. You know, 10, 15, 20 years are going to go by. 5 years is going to go by. No matter the amount of time we're talking about is going to go by. And at the time, Say 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, you're going to be thinking one of two things. Man, I'm glad I did, or man, I wish I would have. And we're players, so we're going to be saying, I'm glad I did. And even at the same time, if nothing ever arises out of it, looking back saying I was a player, I had my dog in the fight, I took a chance because, you know, I'm a risk taker. It was fun. And yeah, it's going to be fun looking back, and I will be saying I'm glad I did. I'm hoping to be saying I'm glad I did because, yeah, it retired me. Stupid money. Dogecoin created a lot of millionaires. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these different cryptos along the way has created a lot of millionaires, a lot of money. And it don't make sense. My first time thinking about cryptocurrency, I was like, probably like you think or thought, it's not tangible. I can't hold it in my hand. Why would I invest in something that's made up? But at the same time, looking back at my foolishness when Bitcoin came out, that's what I thought about Bitcoin when I could have bought that for less than $100 a bit. Looking back, I'm like, if my feeble brain would have understood the value of change. There's an old quote that says, those unwilling to change with the times will soon wake up into a world they no longer recognize. And that's what we're going through right now. We're going through a life change where everything is changing. And if you're unable to adapt to it, you're going to wake up into a world you don't recognize because you got to stay hip with the times. The cryptocurrency is just that. If you're not wanting to get into it, cool. But if you do, you're taking a chance of being rewarded very well. And yeah, it still don't make sense to invest in non-tangible things that we can't physically hold. I mean, you win some money, you cash out a lot of money, you can hold a lot of money in your hand, but I get it. But let's say right here, YouTube, the great tulip boom, or the tulip bubble. That's an interesting story of a tulip boom back in, I think it was the 14th century, where people were investing in tulips. And then they started crossbreeding them. And the more rare it was, yeah, a tulip, a flower, something that's going to die. It was insane. You could take tulips and buy a house with it. It was insane. Or a shed or a cottage or whatever they called them back then. Maybe a castle. But it was insane. The thing about it is, what that tells me is humans, we are natural human collectors. Not human collectors, but by nature, human nature, we are collectors. We like to collect things rare. The more rare it is, the more we want it. And look at all times, we're collectors. And this is a collecting moment. Collect what you can, get in when you can, and sell, and then collect the money on it, the monetary value of it. So anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I think I'm in a daggum self-help video. But the reason why I got into Shiba Inu, about 2 weeks ago, Brian called me up. He said, hey, have you got any Shiba yet? And I said, no. He said, why not? I said, I just ain't felt the market. It's time for me to jump into it yet. I said, I see they're making moves. I see they just went live on Coinbase. So if you got Coinbase, you're good. I said, I see they're in Coinbase. I said, I'm waiting on them to, when they start talking about doing Robinhood, that's when it's going to blow up. He said, well, you need to be in it now before it gets there. And I said, yeah, you are correct. And I've been watching SHIB for about, since the first of the year. Shiba Inu is a new token, actually. I think it just started in, August 2020? It's a newer token. It's new. And it's still on the ground floor, this way down here, and it could go way up here, creating and generating you a lot of money. Yeah, it's a great investment. But I told Brian, I said, I've been watching it. I hadn't felt inclined to get in it yet. And we got off the phone, a couple days went by, and I started researching, looking at the charts, and I'll call you back, brother, I'll call you back. I started looking at the charts, and I got to looking, I was like, oh shit, we're on the brink of a momentum bull run here. I'm big on charts. I love charts. It's a lot of data. Enough data, it tells a story, and with that story and the data gives you an idea of what's to come. So what I do, I bought me about 72 million shares, or 72 million coins of it, and that it was just a $780 investment. Within the next 3 days, it climbed all the way up to $2,900, and I was like, all right. And then Another YouTuber you might know, Mr. SoCal Trucker, he reached out and he's like, hey man, I seen you on Facebook talking about SHIB. He said, you don't even know. He said, you're talking about Robinhood, but you know that Amazon's about to accept them as payment. And I said, no, I didn't know that. He said, yeah. He said that Robinhood's good because so many people use Robinhood. He said, but Amazon uses them as a form of payment. He said, dude, you're talking, Robinhood's small, yeah, that's pebbles. We're talking about something huge here. And I was like, well, send me the links you're talking about. He sent me some stuff, and I got to reading over it and watching it. And I was like, holy smack dabble. Wow. Well, yesterday, we went through a drop, and it dropped like 30-something%. And I was like, all right, now's the time to invest more. Now's the time to buy more. And I thought about transferring some of my other cryptos over. That's not really moving right now. It's not in the cards for them. Nothing's going on with the crypts right yet. So I thought, all right, I've got a few $1,000s I can play with, but I want to come back. Now, I'm taking a big risk there, a big gamble. But this morning, I thought about it all day yesterday, last night, and this morning I thought about it, and I looked at the chart again, and I thought, all right, I've got faith in this. It's a big risk. I could lose it all, which at the same time, you don't risk anything you're not afraid of losing. If I lose it, that's cool. It's always been play money. It kind of still sucks though, but I think it'll be all right. So this morning I made the transfers and picked up another 83 million. So sitting at 150 something million SHIB right now, and everything's gearing up. It's gearing up. So I don't want to go into too much more detail about SHIB. Just look at Shiba Inu as how you spell it? S-H-I-B-A? I think it's S-H-I-B-A. Let me give you a little, because I know my southern accent. It's Shiba, S-H-I-B-A-I-N-U. Shiba Inu. And let me show you a picture of the image of what it will look like, if I can find one. All right, well, let's see. Let's just show me the dog. Shiba Inu coin. Can I get a picture of that? Seriously? Here's one. Here's one. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Shiba Inu token right here. That's the Shiba Inu token. So if it looks like that, that's right. It's S-H-I-B-A-I-N-U. I'm gonna go and say it, guys. I came into the Doge game at 5 cents. Actually 4.0477 and some change. And as soon as it hit like 14, 15, 16 cents, I started taking profits and cashing out. I made quite a bit of money off the Doge. And then as soon as I sold, because my thinking was this, again, feeble-minded, not opening up my mind a little bit. I started thinking, Dogecoin is a meme coin. It's no value. It's nothing other than hype. It has no value. It has no utility. It's just hype. But as more people came into the play, they pushed that price all the way up to 74 cents. 74 cents. Now, I'm just going to do some quick math here. Now, when I came in, say $1,500 at 0.0477, it's 31,446 coins. If I would have held to 74, that would have been $23,000 off 1,500. Big money, big money. So, yeah, my feeble brain took profits and ran, and then I sit with regret. So we taking a position in SHIB. I've got my bullet points or my price points. Whenever they get met, I'm gonna start taking profits and you need to calm down, sir. I don't know if y'all heard that. He needs to calm down. But I will get my initial investments, or yeah, other coins back that I converted. So anyway, with a little luck, we're gonna have some free play on Shiba Inu, and I'm gonna get my investment back, and then I'll just be playing with free money and let that baby ride. Let it ride. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I think I've shared enough. I'm gonna go home, kiss my wife, hug the boy, kick the dogs, run off the cat, and go razor riding tomorrow. And I'm looking to get back out here Monday and back at it. And yeah, see you then. See you, bye.